Oh, I dropped something. It's just that I have that ray of light again. Oh my. What did I drop? Oh. It cannot be a smooth beginning. I have to break something or drop something because I'm that clumsy. Happy New Year. Look what I brought, guys. I brought to have a proper toast with you guys. I brought cider. I don't like cider. I actually don't like it at all. But I'm going to, to make the sacrifice, to do the sacrifice to have a toast with you guys. That this year can be a bit better. Hopefully much better. And that we can achieve each one of us what our heart desires. So each one of you, you know what's in your heart and what you want to achieve personally with your loved ones. So I wish you the best. I wish you that you can accomplish it, and of course you can accomplish it if you put your mind to it and if you start doing things towards that goal. You can get it. You can get it. So as long as there's movement and as long as you can do something about it, you have the health to do this. You have a good health, mentally and physically. Anything is possible. Mm. Yes, this year was the hardest I ever had this year already. Yeah, yeah, it seemed challenging. It seemed a very difficult year. I also felt it energetically, like things that wouldn't affect me, I would get affected. But I don't know. Everything is information. So if we can look back on it, the best. So yeah, cheers, guys. Cheers. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, guys. Thank you for joining. Here today is really hot outside, so I'm here with the AC on because it's really hot. It was supposed to rain, but I don't know what happened. Also, look what I got. Hey, Tanya. Happy New Year. Look what I got for us. The Hermit. The Hermit. This is 2025 year. Sorry, that major arcana of the year. That's what I meant. This is the major arcana of the year. This is what we're supposed to do. I picked this one specifically because it's very fitting what the woman in the picture is doing. She's closing the laptop, the computer, the device. She's turning it off. So this definitely represents maybe if we feel like we need it, to do some detox from social media. I already done it myself. I disinstalled, I uninstalled Instagram and Facebook because I don't see the use of Instagram and Facebook. Like I don't. I had posted certain clips of certain live streams that I did, but since people over there mostly they don't talk in English, they don't understand what I'm saying, they don't understand what the video is about. They only see me just talking about cards, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's cool," but they don't get it. So I was like, I'm wasting my time. Um, and also, um, I don't feel like watching family drama, especially on Facebook, that I do have a couple of aunts and uncles, and they are really annoying with their posts, or even people my age, people I haven't seen in ages, but I have them on Facebook because we are related somehow. And I don't know, I feel like it's of no good use for me. Like you're like, okay, yeah, maybe the picture was lovely, yeah, the picture is cute, but it feels like I don't know why. I feel like I'm wasting my time watching that or going through. And also, what I noticed on Instagram is that they continue to play ads or um, shopping list, or maybe if you Google something, an item, it appears magically. It appears on Instagram. So it's like, oh, you didn't buy that you were looking for? Well, we have here another one. So I don't know. I think that I'm not in the mood to be manipulated like that visually. I think that I want to follow content that can inspire me instead of inciting me to buy something or you know, to choose observe other people's business. I don't know. And also, I believe Twitter is going to be next. Even though I don't use it that much, I don't have many. My feed is not that. Um, I don't have much. I blocked a lot of things, especially about certain fandoms. I blocked I block, and maybe I have a few groups that I follow in the companies, and that's it. Um, but I think that also Twitter sometimes you do come across certain posts that are a bit gross. I think that people on the internet is gross in general. I don't know what's going on, but there's certain comments that you're like, why are you saying that? Like, oh my god. Mm. So yeah, because I think that with the hermit, there's this need to find the answers within ourselves. So it definitely shows that it's a very personal journey. Is a decision that we must take, not others making the decision for us and forcing us to do something. It's more like, okay, what are you going to do about what this makes you feel? Because at the end it's not about the others, or if the other posts something that you don't like, or if they don't post something. I think that it has to do with maybe um our relationship with the internet, a relationship with the devices, a relationship with checking other people's accounts, or I don't know, just staying hooked or got dragged into something that you're like, how did I get here? I was just looking for entertainment, and all of a sudden I got into the dark side of the algorithm. The algorithm took me there, and I feel like I cannot escape. Hey, Chachalino. Oh, yeah, that's okay. We were just talking to among ourselves. Yeah, also looking for improvement and growth is very important. It doesn't have to be like something maybe material, but it's about focusing on yourself. Like what the others are going through or the other people's drama is not going to be of use for you in 2025. It has to do with you going back to basic. No distractions. Maybe a bit of silence, or maybe just being much more selective with what you consume. And I know that if we think about the K-pop community, or if we think about K-pop in general, it's pretty toxic. It's very toxic. And you have certain channels, or you have certain accounts that they fuel of that. They get bigger because of that. So the criticism, the comparison, oh, my group is better than yours, the drama, the Lulus against the other the Lulus, that you're like, oh my God, like this is so lame. Like why am I here? Why am I reading this? This is so ridiculous. I should be doing something productive. Um, because maybe at the end, if you're getting bored of certain content or certain things, it's also information. It's also like, it's a calling for you to maybe change something in your routine. And maybe, start studying something, or start a new course, or change something in your routine that can actually make you feel like you are a bit closer to figure out what is your purpose, what makes you happy, and not be on automatic, just letting other people feed you with their content, you know, um, especially when there's a lot of negativity, because we can get addicted to negativity. I have noticed in my case, since last year, I have noticed that there are certain content creators that I stopped following, especially here in my country, tarot readers, that they had reached a level of fame, or maybe a level of exposure, and they begin to call each other out like they were friends, but now they're not friends, and they have all this drama. They also have certain supporters, or maybe even fandom, and they fight each other. So I think that also that's maybe not participating in groups that you see that are too large. Maybe, if you want to join a course or a cause, if you want to support someone, maybe support someone smaller where it feels more intimate than someone that is very much like exposed. Just there's like a lot of people and you're like, I'm trying to move to another city. So, me too, Dania. I'm trying to actually move to another province. We call, like, I believe that maybe you guys call it a city. For me, we call it provinces. There is like little states for people that are from the states. It's like when you have different states, well, we call those provinces here. Um, and for me, I believe it's very necessary. I think that I need to get out of the capital. I think that I want to live in a place where maybe there's much more nature, where people's lives are a bit more simple. Since with my profession, I can work from any part of the world, or the country. Um, I don't have any kind of attachment, or oh no, I have children that go to school, or I have this no, it's just I am independent. I can make certain moves if I wanted to. It's just that everything is so expensive, and you have to be really smart about, moving, especially to another province that is really far away. Like it's like a whole little world. It's the customs are different. Yes, it's nice, but it's also the life is different from maybe what I'm used to being part of the capital. We have when you are in the capital, you have everything relatively close. Maybe if you move to where I want to move is more on the countryside, so I would have to see how I would adjust to be in small town like that. But yeah, I'm getting old, guys. So I think that I maybe need a bit of quietness, and maybe also slowing down with, um, people and crowded places, and just like I need peace. I'm in this period in my life where I need peace. Um, I have dealt with rude people, with um, overbearing people, like a lot of years of my life because of being a sales representative, working with people, working with clients, um, so I know what it's like to be rushing all the time to satisfy other people's demands. And now I think that it's my turn to be like, okay, this is about me. So I can select who I work with or who I associate with. Um, it's a bit of a lonely job because it's lonely when and also everything relies on you. But I think that if I have been doing this for the past 2 years, I think that I can make it. And also maybe life is taking me to that path of you have to work on your own and you are your own boss, but you also are your own manager, or you are the responsibility, you are the responsible, you are the face. So everything has to be very, very well taken care of. Mm. Even my favorite celebrity is sort of small. I can switch with you. I'm tired of being in the middle of nowhere. I'm going to continue to write some poetry this year also. Oh, this is great, Alexis, because it is so fitting. It's so fitting to write songs and poetry for the Hermit. Yes, it's like look within. Mm. But yeah, maybe guys, you will feel a bit lonely from time to time. There could be like, a lot of introspection, and maybe that introspection actually not being that positive, actually. Or maybe you learning things about yourself that you are like, oh my God, like I think I think like I'm getting too deep, or I'm getting too personal, and I feeling lonely, and I feel like I need to, maybe starting therapy also would be, I would advise people to start therapy, because, sometimes when you do a lot of inner work, you may need someone to be there for you to help you, to assist you. But yeah, it's mostly to decenter other people from your life, that actually the one that can resolve whatever you're looking for, if you are in the searching of a meaning or a purpose or something, is yourself. It's not about, looking to see someone else's content or pictures or what they do, what they show you on social media to be like, oh, I need to do what that person is doing. It's like, if you maybe focus on your own style and maybe what you would do, maybe you would find the answers and you wouldn't be like all the time stuck on I have to watch what this other person is doing. And also, this also reflects, maybe our relationships as well, like probably people that are too fixated on someone's, maybe even like an idol or your favorite artist love life, that you are so fixated on, what they're doing, who they're dating, if they're dating, when, how. um I think that we um we can pull cards and just be, entertain ourselves with romance for them and everything that we do. But at the same time, it's their life. And sometimes, what they decide to do or not in relationships is not of our businesses, So, yeah, for people that also are maybe too fixated on someone else's love life, maybe you should check, what is going on with you and your love life, what is going on that you are so interested or you are so into knowing, what they're doing and who they're doing it with. Mm, um, I will go anywhere in order to leave this place where I've fallen for manipulation. So very fast. Oh, I started the year. It's actually the best. I mean, if you can have peace while being alone, be alone. This year for sure will be something. I picked up my younger brother from a party and we had an emotional heart-to-heart conversation at 4 a.m. on the way back home, completely out of left field. Mm. And also, guys, let's appreciate the people that we have in our lives, especially the ones that are always with us. The person that maybe you're like, a family member, your mother, your father. And we know that sometimes because of routine and because of maybe our own search for happiness, sometimes we take for granted the people that are there for us. We're always wishing to be somewhere else with other people or with none of these other people that are part of our lives and they are essential to us. So, let's be grateful that we have people. And also let's be grateful if there's some people that just you stop seeing them or maybe they are no longer part of your life. Just let them be. Let them be far away. Hey Rin. The year isn't even 24 hours old and it brings surprises. Yeah. Mhm. It's just that solitude does give you freedom. Just that there's people that are not used to be alone and they feel overwhelmed. Like, okay, like, what do I do? You just stay. You just stay with the peace, the quietness, I don't know, the simplicity. You don't have to fake anything. Just be present. Happy New Year, Spring. I remember my mom used to tell me um, that she was like, you were born alone, so you better get used to be alone. And I remember I was young and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But actually it does. it kind of does. I think that it doesn't apply to twins, but I think that she was like, you enter this life alone. You enter this planet alone, so you're supposed to be comfortable with being alone. It's like you didn't enter the world with someone stuck on your back, like together, except if you're a twin. But I think that she was referring to that. If you made it into this world alone, you can be alone. Okay, guys, I will tell you who I have on my list. Also, I would appreciate, guys, if you could leave a like to my live stream because it would mean a lot to me if you do, so I can reach more people. My channel has been growing, slow. I mean, I cannot complain, but I hope I can reach the 4,000 subscribers at least this year because it's been slow. I'm thankful nevertheless about, the people that I have, they are amazing. But if I could see some growth, I would be also very happy. Especially because I'm very consistent with my channel, and I try to integrate different people, to listen to all of you or some of you. So I would appreciate a bit of engagement if that's possible. Ah, she told you the opposite. Yeah, actually it does make sense because I mean, I hope we all enter the world through love because we know that there are certain cases that is not the case. But I understand that, I don't know, for me it's like I think that even if you don't enter this world through love, you should find, to be surrounded by love. Even if you didn't enter the world with it. I think that you should do your best to be surrounded by love because you deserve it. Because just the 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 fact that you enter this world and you are here is huge. And because it's you, you have to do your best to be surrounded by love. Like, please don't settle for a hostile environment. No, look for love. Look for love. Look for respect. Always, always. Please don't get used to the oh no. Please don't get used to the disrespect or just feeling like you are not loved. Please. We can be humble, we can also be poor, but you're still worthy of love. So please look for it. Don't get used to being mistreated. Because once you get used to that and you normalize it, that's all you're going to attract. Please look for love. Always. Always. I entered to feel someone's needs. You can imagine how my life has been and why I enter not to be the most conscious. I lost hope, to be honest, accepted being stuck in that toxic, disrespected love. I don't know, guys. I just think that, I was born premature. I survived. I almost died. My mom almost died when she had me. I had been having my health issues while I was growing up. So I'm not 100% like, oh, I'm perfect. No, I'm not. Of course, I have a lot of deficiencies, like physically and with my health. But one thing that I always remember is that if I had the spirit, the willpower to survive, is because maybe I'm meant to do something here. I have a purpose to be here. So I have to make it worth it. I have to make it worth it. I have to be happy to be here, but to not take it for granted. Just do something. Or if I cannot like do something amazing, or like, oh, I can be like, oh, at least just being humble enough to not get in the way of people that are actually trying to do something amazing. To be that of a good person. It's like to know when I can go or what I can offer. And if I don't have enough to offer, then I let the other people do it. And I don't go, around with a super ego and be like, oh no, because I know how to do many things, when actually maybe I'm not that qualified or I'm not that confident. It's just being respectful that we all have different talents, and that, yeah, there could be people that have more talents than me or that are in better positions, and just, go ahead, go. But I think that for me, it's like, I don't like, this is something that I believe that no one advised me to be like this, but I'm a person that I don't feel envy. Like, I don't like to see other people's progress, for example, and be like, oh, I, what would it feel like to have that? I'm like, no, I'm not curious about why other people have what I don't have, or why they're different than me. I'm not like, for me, it's like, if you're doing better, great, congratulations. Actually, I get very happy when people around me do better. When they start doing not so well, I get a bit worried, because, you know, it's hard to lift them up when people are in bad places. But for me, it's like, as long as you have 2 feet, 2 hands, you have health, you can move and you can change your reality. Just move. Please move. Please move. Also, mental health is super important, guys. So if you have extra dollars or an extra outcome, a bit to put it on therapy, I would advise you to do it. It's a really good exercise to connect with yourself. You don't have to be crazy to go to therapy. You actually can be doing okay, and just, maybe need that space. Hello. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get sick when I see how normalized MD is and getting it even more normalization. It's just that, this is why people are so fixated. And I think that also social media, especially for people that are very insecure, they feed you with that. they all the time, like for me, what I notice is that the people that are more insecure about their lives is the people that post the most about themselves. Like they cannot do a single step that they have to take a picture of it. If I go to their houses to meet them, they have to take pictures of that. Or if we are having dinner, they have to take pictures of that and show the world or everyone or whoever is watching that they're having a good time. And for me, um, when I'm with other people, usually we don't take pictures because we have so much fun that we forget sometimes. We live and we forget to take pictures. Um, but I understand that maybe, younger generations, um, because it's their moment now, maybe for them, to post is really important or it's really simple and it's something that you do automatically. But for me, seeing it from people that are my age and older, um, I do see that people that need to show a certain image, they're so obsessed with taking pictures with you. They're like, oh, let's take a picture for this. Let's take a picture. And it's like, wait, wait. Let's have a conversation first. Like, and I see that the more the time passes, guys, the more you are going to see. You are going to see it online. You are going to see it online a lot. A lot. Yes, exactly. I want to experience things in life and not document everything and then miss it. Yes. It's just that, I don't know, for me it's like you can have a lot of pictures, but how many pictures do you need? Like how many pictures of the same moment? And it is funny because I remember that at least when I was young, in the 90s or in the early 2000s, I remember we used to make fun of the Asian tourists because they would bring the cameras. I remember that they used to have the cameras, that they would take pictures of everything that they, as tourists, they would be always with the cameras, always, always. And I believe it was huge cameras, not the usual that we had. And I believe that they had a lot of cameras. And there was this archetype, there was this, um, this joke that it was like, oh, there goes, I believe that mostly it was Japanese tourists, but I think that maybe all Asian are like this. I don't know. But they used to, go with the cameras everywhere. And for us, I remember that it was different. We used to be like, oh, there goes one of them because they have a lot of cameras, or they're always taking pictures. And look how life, how the cycle of life had turned, that in the past they were made fun of. And now we're all them. Now we're all them. We are all doing that. We are all hiding behind our phones, like obsessed with taking pictures, recording, not doing much, recording accidents, recording someone's fight, recording someone's house without the permission, to just be obsessed with the phone. Remember, yes, we used to talk about Asian visitors taking pics with iPads and so on. Now everyone takes pictures and doesn't stop until they are satisfied with them. Yes. I remember we used to make fun of them because it's like, how can you spot them? They are taking pictures. and they're hiding behind it, because I think that was so funny for us. Like, it was strange for us is like, and I remember that those old cameras had those huge flashes. So there was this feeling of that you never saw the person, you only saw them, like you never seen them interact with, I don't know, if they went to a museum or if they went to an event, you would never see them talking to someone. They would always be behind their cameras like this, like take pictures, pictures. And now we are these people. We are them. We are them. But there was this. I remember when I was young. I remember. This is how, sometimes, life just gives this sort of cycle, where, maybe the person that you thought that they were actually strange, or there was something funny about their culture, because you didn't know much about them. And look now, we are obsessed with their culture, or we buy everything that they produce, or we follow their groups. When in the majority, when I was young, we would follow American groups, like American singers, white people usually, the boy bands of the 2000s or the end of 90s. Although I also used to follow an Irish boy band, when I was young, when I was 14. It was an Irish boy band, and I believe it was a British boy band as well. But in resume, they were all white. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that, Catalina, actually. It's like karma. Because it's like, look who you made fun of. Look who you made fun of. You thought that they weren't cool. You thought that they were weird. Because actually, like, yeah, when they are together, they are weird, especially because they don't talk your language. I had as a salesperson, I had the opportunity to assist some of them, and they wouldn't accept my help. They would be in groups talking to each other. And back then they used to have the first cell phones, and I don't know, but they then would be one of them that would come and would point to me what they wanted to buy. But they were so much into the group, like talking among themselves, like it's so close. It was so weird, a weird dynamic that I was like, these people is weird. But look at now. Look at now. They are popular. They are the popular kids now. No, we are the weird ones. We are the weird ones, exactly. Yeah. And look at now, look at us. See? Yeah. This is why you always have to be open-minded. This is why I always think about this. Sometimes people make fun of, K-pop fans or K-drama fans, people that watches K-dramas. And it's like, oh, you're watching these Chinese people again. But actually, the K-dramas are really good. So it's like karma, because you don't know what you're missing just because you are being racist. This is why I think that for me to get into K-pop and to get into K-drama, for me it was the whole opening of mind, and it allowed me to get to know a bit the culture, which years ago, like, I was so ignorant. I didn't know there was two Koreas. I didn't know the differences between Japanese person or a Korean person or a Chinese person. Like I didn't know. Like I would listen to them talk and I don't know. I would be like, okay, I don't know. Yesterday I watched a video of a girl saying her worst fear was to experience a oh, so she does her makeup but you can say anything because you oh mm. And also I had this I had this weird experience that it got stuck in my mind through all these years. I remember I used to work at a retail store, and I believe it was 2010. 2010 it was. I was like a salesperson in the ladies department, but in that day, I remember I was in charge of the changing rooms. The I don't know how you call them. Is it changing rooms? I believe it's changing rooms. Well, I was in charge of that. So that retail had a lot of protocols. I do have to see how many clothing you're taking, like how many shirts, like and you had also like a maximum of clothes that you can try on, and then you have to go back, but I have to review them to see, okay, how many you got, give you a number. It was a whole protocol. And I remember that there was this there was it was just me and another woman that she was trying something on. We were talking, okay, and then this girl, I believe she was Korean, but I'm not sure. It could be Chinese as well. I'm not sure. I remember she was approaching me. She wasn't talking to me, but she was like entering the dressing room. So I was like and she was like entering, and I was like, no, you cannot pass. Like, what are you going to try on? She didn't have any clothing like to try something. No, she entered, and there was like this hall with these different boxes with curtains, where you enter and you try your clothes. You close the curtain and then you try your clothes. She was looking through all the boxes, through all the places to see. She was it seemed like she was looking for something, and I was behind her. I was like, because she tried to open the curtain where this lady was changing. She was changing her clothes. She was like, probably she was naked because she was trying something on. And I just made it to close the curtain. I was like, no, 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 you cannot pass. There's someone here. And she did something so funny. She sat on the floor. I called her this Asian because I also called security afterwards. I was like, there's this strange Asian person, Asian girl. I don't understand because she's not talking in Spanish and she's acting crazy. So I had to call security. Security never came, but I had to let them know that there was this girl acting erratically. She sat in there in the floor, in the, like, it was like the hallway, sat in there, starting like crying, like, I don't know, like she was like touching, and I think that what she meant is that she lost a bracelet or what. But she was like seated and like she was like, oh, and I was like so afraid. I was like, what is going on with her? I didn't understand anything. Then she got up and she left. And then I had to apologize to the lady because she was like, what was going on? There was someone that wanted to enter, the changing room, and I was changing. And I was like, oh, I apologize, someone entered the wrong box. And And I remember I was so shocked because I was like, what is going on with this girl? And also she was wearing slippers in her foot. Now watching K dramas, I kind of understand why she was wearing slippers because I think that for them to enter somewhere, they don't wear shoes. So she was wearing like some kind of slipper. But in our culture, it's so unusual to see someone entering a mall with slippers on. It's so weird. And we're talking about 2010, so it was weird. Um, but the other day, I was watching a K drama where the female lead, she was throwing a tantrum. She was also annoyed because I don't know what happened. And she also did the same thing. She sat in the ground and she started like kicking and crying and like ah. And I was like, oh, I was like, that's exactly the tantrum that this girl threw. But for me, I didn't know she was complaining. I didn't know if she was annoyed. I didn't understand what was going on with her. I was like, this girl is crazy. Like, no, the change, that's what happens when you don't know the other person's culture. And also that we weren't communicating because she wasn't talking to me in Spanish. I tried to talk to her. She wouldn't listen to me. I had to keep order. I couldn't let her, just go through all the boxes, just, bothering other clients. But I remember like, and I was like, so until that day, the other day that I was watching the K drama, I was like, oh, so they do throw themselves to the ground and they sit and they sit on the ground and they start like kicking their feet and just like when they are maybe embarrassed, annoyed, frustrated, angry, sad. But back then I was like, what is going on with this person? I was afraid. I was like, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I think that was my first experience. Oh no, no. Mm. Yes, yes, yes. Cultural competency. So yes, but watching the K drama after all these years, after how many years? Like 14 years, guys. Finally, I understood that she was upset because from what I noticed, she was pointing me that she lost a sort of bracelet. She was pointing me a bracelet, like something like this. But I was like, and I also helped her look. I told her there's no bracelet here. This is a changing room. I never seen her again. I never see like if she was a client, I would be like, okay, I kind of understand. But she came out of nowhere with slippers on, and I was like, this is so odd. I did listen to my first Asian artist was when I was 4. It is Boa from watching the anime called Inuyasha. The song was very hot from the also long discovering Nino. But yeah, also, or at least we here in Latin America, we have this, and I believe that in other parts of the world, when you are actually a good salesperson, you have to assist the person. You don't leave the client alone. You have to talk to them, engage with them, say hello, to try to help them find out what they need, what they want, and to help them. But if the person doesn't speak your language and is not interested in engaging with you, it's like you're like, oh my God, like what is going on? Mm. But the other day seeing the K-drama, I was like, remember when that happened to me? And then I think that she went to another stores and she did the same. So this is why we were wondering if there was something wrong with her, because we were like, we never seen her, we never seen the bracelet. So what was she looking for? Like, there was so many questions. And I remember when I told my boss about that, she was like, that happens every time they come. Don't worry, they do that. I was like, but I was actually feeling very bad because she looks so distressed. She looks so. But it was my first time seeing a grown person, a grown woman, just throw herself at the ground and just be like it was my first time seeing that. I was like, oh my God, what is going on? That's the problem for me. I live in a very touristic place, and you should respect the place you're on. We see people like you all the time, and we are supposed to understand you all. Yes, yes. I love tourists, but it's really hard when they don't want anything to do with you. They don't even look at you in the eye. I don't know. As a salesperson too, you can't let it slide if someone tries to break into a changing place with a woman inside. Exactly. I swear. I was so sorry. I was like, thank God that client, she wasn't that like, because I grabbed the curtain because she was so determined to open it and I grabbed it. But she would have complained about me, about the place, you know how it goes. But yeah. I work in retail and have issues with non-German speaking customers all the time. I usually try English, but most of them don't even speak it. Yeah, I always find these places. Um, but I always get like usually like a pleasant experience, good experience. It's just that, like um, a woman's changing room, and also a man, but men don't care that much. And I remember that the men's locker room, changing room, they had doors, and I don't know why the women's had these long velvet curtains. Yeah, it looked pretty and everything, but the curtain moves. It moves. And if you don't close it very well, you can sort of, there's a part where you can actually see. So, um, but her entrance, so dramatic, so dramatic. I swear, like I was so shocked. I was so shocked because I didn't know what she was looking for also. I knew that she wanted to like go through all of them to look desperately for something. But since she didn't enter, that's the thing. She never entered the change because I would remember her face. I would be like, oh, you were here, a few moments ago, you were here, you entered, and you lost something. I could sort of understand, but I don't know what she was looking for. I think that we people that we work in retail, we are super, we are patient. We so um, okay, guys. To change the sorry for the ranting, but yeah, I remember that was one of my first the other day watching the K-drama where the lady, the female lead did this gesture. She threw herself, she sat on the ground and she started kicking and she was like being like all crazy. That's how I remember that incident with the Asian girl. That's and I remember seeing her like in slippers, and I was like, who comes to the mall with slippers? Totally like in 2020, in 2010, like I was so ignorant, so like, but I never seen those things. Like I never seen those situations. And now that I know about, Asian entertainment, I know something about their etiquette and what they do. But a few years prior, no, I didn't know anything. So yeah, being a K-pop and K-drama fan allows you to learn so much about, why they behave the way they behave, and also their history, the history of their country. So yeah, it's a great opportunity to open your mind to different cultures and not just, to be all about ours. Okay, guys, I'm going to start with the readings of Romance in 2025. On my list, I have Wavy 10, I have Baekhyun of EXO, I have Twice Mina, Red Velvet Joy, Jung Somin, Rosé of Blackpink, NCT Mark. I have Nicola Klan, the actress. I have Enhypen Sukon. I have the actor Byun Woo-seok, and I have Hwan-jin of Stray Kids. So yeah, this is going to be the first time, the first part. So if you guys enjoy this, if you like this, then I can do a part 2. Let's see how it goes. Okay, let's start with Wavy 10. Wavy 10 in 2025, Romance. Wow. It's so funny. Okay, from the tarot we have the Four of Pentacles, we have the Five of Swords, and we have the Devil. And then from the Oracle of Romance, we have the card of Get Over Your Ex. And it says, it is time to clean your energy. So it's so interesting. It's so interesting because I was like, why does it feel so protective? Like I think that he's like the Four of Pentacles, definitely like a lot of jealousy, possession, not wanting to let go of something. Also the devil is literally like attachment. And also the Five of Swords is him defending, like him opposing or defending himself and not wanting to admit that he has an attachment to someone, that he's not letting go of someone, that he's very attached. This is why we have Get Over Your Ex, because it feels like, he has an attachment from someone of the past. And maybe, in 2025, is still going to affect him. I think that there's a part of him that he's like, I don't have an attachment to anyone. Like, this is not me. Him actually not accepting that he has this strong attachment and possession. Very stubborn. Very stubborn. Yeah. Yeah, he will have to work on this. I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily has to do with an ex. It could be, someone that he likes or someone that he had like a situationship with this person. Because I don't know why I don't feel like it's a proper relationship. Um, but it definitely triggers him when it comes to him feeling like he it's not that he can get a bit possessive and a bit jealous if he finds out that this person is seeing someone that he knows. So even though he's acting all cool and he's acting like, oh yeah, like I don't care what they do or I don't care what they're up to, actually he does care. He does care. He has an attachment, and not so healthy one. It's just that he convinces himself, or probably he's someone that if you try to tell him, oh, maybe you should, change certain things and maybe not seeing this person because it's not good for you. He's like, no, there's no attachment. There's no attachment. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm okay. I'm great. Um, but yeah, 2025 is going to be for him to let go of this person or let go of this bond. But in order for him to let go of this, he has to admit that he has been holding on very tight to this person as if it was his property. But maybe because we have the five of swords in the middle, maybe there's something about that he feels threatened. Maybe there's some people around him that also like this person or they're trying to get with this person. So this is why he feels so fixated, because he's like, okay, yeah, I want to move on. But somehow, you guys are still hanging out with this person and you know that I used to like them or I used to be with them or there used to be something with us. I think that it has to do with him maybe feeling a bit like betrayed or like, okay, you guys know that I like this person. Like, why are you hitting on them? So yeah, it's all about ambition and possession. I don't see love. I don't see honestly like, oh, because he still has feelings for this person. It's more about ego. It's more about like who who is with that person that used to be with me or that I used to like. Like I go like, I was the one that like I started things with them. Like, that person used to be with me at the beginning. So it's more about, um, possessiveness and not wanting this person to be with someone else, but probably not to be with someone that he already knows or from his same circle. It's like probably him asking like, don't date any of my friends. Like if you can see other people, like, because there could be a power struggle here with the devil and the five of swords. There's a lot of push and pull. So I don't see that he's in love with this person. Probably he has still some issues because maybe they are being childish or they are being um, not so mature about them not being together anymore. So this is why he feels so on the defensive. It's like, okay, if you do this to me, like, okay, like, or probably him feeling like others could betray him as well, knowing that he was seeing this person. But it's not about seeing because I don't see like a relationship. I think that it's more like, I said I like this person first. I laid my eyes on that person first. So it's of my property and you can be with other people. But that person, I was talking to them first. I got to know them first. So it's like, it's about a very territorial thing. And also probably he's looking for loyalty. It's like when you ask a friend, like, please don't date my ex. It's like he probably there's something about him feeling um, a bit sensitive and not trusting others. Also like I kind of know what you're going to do. So he's very distrustful, and probably he's already suspecting something. So this is why he's so inflexible, because he knows that there could be someone, being some. I don't think that he's a proper relationship. I think that it's him liking someone first, and then seeing that someone else goes after this person as well. So him feeling like, I'm not going to stop you, but that I used to be with them first, or I used to, say that I like them first. Like, why are you interested in them now? You know, very toxic, very toxic. I wasn't expecting that for the poor for the poor 10, honestly. And also like the possessive and jealous 10 Lee. I never thought about that. I never thought I would read this for him, but who knows? Maybe he has good taste, and people are like falling for the same person. Okay, I'm going to continue with Baekhyun of EXO. His love life in 2025. Okay, for Baekhyun, we have the Moon, Knight of Swords, the Emperor. He always gets the Emperor, Baekhyun. And we have from the Oracle, we have the card of codependency. It says, addictions are affecting your love life. Yeah, definitely the cards are calling Baekhyun out. I think that they are calling him out about his codependency. Because I think that if he does have a sort of codependency to someone, is because things are not that clear with that person, and he doubts this person. There's something about him. Maybe this has been going on for a while. Him not knowing, what are we? What is going on. He's so on the defensive with the moon card, so on the defensive in 2025 still. It's like, you don't let me see you, you don't let me see your real intentions. I distrust you a bit. I don't know if you love me. I don't know if you want to be with me. I think that he's very much like in the darkness about this person's intentions. And I think that he really wants to be reassured in this bond because maybe he really likes this person. I can sort of see it here. But the cards are like, you have to love yourself a bit more. Like, stand up. Stand up and prioritize yourself. Be more prideful. Like, be more prideful. Because you cannot let this person get you like this. All nervous, all unstable, all in the darkness, doubting, seeing shadows. So, and I think that he has been dealing with this person or this situationship. Maybe he has been dealing with this for a very long time. in 2025 is more about like, you cannot be all the time insisting on getting a clarity out of the situation if the person wants to be with you or not. You have to prioritize yourself. You have to value yourself. You are an emperor. You cannot settle for less. So if this person is sort of like, making it very hard for you guys to be official, or they don't give you the answers that you're looking for, they make you feel insecure, they make you feel like, okay, maybe you don't want to be with them, they make you feel less, and this is why we have the card of codependency. Because definitely the cards are like, you have a fixation on this person. This person probably is not going to change, or is not going to give him the answers that he needs. So he needs to get up and go. He needs to get up and leave. He needs to prioritize himself. He needs to, remember who he is, that he is an emperor, and that, he shouldn't let this person play with his emotions like this, or with his expectations like this. Because I think that this is not, I think that probably the codependency comes from this place of, I cannot see clearly if we are together or not. So that's why there's this very, like, this person gets the reaction out of him, because it seems like things are not clear, and maybe the person doesn't want to clarify anything of this, anything, like this is done on purpose. Or maybe this person runs relationship like this. So probably he's so caught up in this codependency that he's like, okay, I will wait, I will be patient. But then there's moments where he also loses his patience. Because we have the Knight of Swords, so I sort of see him like demanding answers. I see him demanding answers, just getting very active about this. Like, are you lying to me? Are you hiding something from me? Like, why aren't you clear? And the emperor is like, love yourself first. Like, if you don't put yourself as a priority, if you don't take care of yourself, no one will. Probably he's also not that stable emotionally as well. Maybe he's a bit like attached to the drama that this person brings, because it seems like it's been going on for a while. Because the Knight of Swords, there's something about him distrusting this person, not knowing what the real intentions are, but you still are looking for him, for them. So with codependency, it's like, this is more about, this is not so much about what if they're lying or not, is that you probably cannot let it go. Like, they already are showing you who they are. Like, why don't you believe them? Why you are so stuck, so pendant on them? There's codependency. Hello, Akira. Let's see if we can get Mark out of my celibate cards. I usually get the celibate cards from Mark. No, Mark, this year is the year of the Hermit. Please do not get the Hermit. Please go crazy this year. Go crazy. Release your emotions. Like, go and celebrate with people. Go and expand your experience on love and romance. Okay, I'm going to continue with twice Mina. Okay. Twice Mina, 2025 for her. Yeah, it is a year of the snake. Okay, okay. For Mina, we have the Three of Wands. We have the Six of Cups. We have the High Priestess. Oh my God, a storm is coming, I believe. Okay. And from the Oracle, we have the card of Let Your Friends Help You. So it's cute for Mina, actually. It's cute because I definitely do see that she needs help. She needs help. But the good thing is that I see action. You know, she starts with the Three of Wands, so definitely she's like, you know, allowing herself to put herself out there. She's like, okay, I have to take one step further to go out more, to, you know, see people more, to hang out in different circles more. You know, I have to allow myself to go there. Um, but she needs other people's help because we have the Six of Cups, and usually the Six of Cups, the cups, we are like, oh yeah, this is nostalgia, this is the past, you know. But also the Six of Cups is about generosity. You know, this is why you have, you know, these two children, like the older sister, and you have like the younger sister. You know, the oldest giving a flower to the other one. So it's about being generous. It's like, you know, literally asking the other ones for help, because yeah, with the High Priestess, she is still in 2025 is going to be a mystery, an enigma. You know, it's really hard for Mina to adapt to regular situations that maybe you're like, oh yeah, but you know, you are in the spotlight or you are part of the industry, so you're supposed to be okay with exposure, or maybe, you know, with having different interactions with strangers, talking to different people. She's like, yeah, I'm trying, but at the end, she remains silent. She maybe begins the conversation. She's like adventurous herself. She's much more brave this year. I can see her like much more like, okay, I will go, I will show up. But I cannot promise you that I will do like great advances, because honestly, she needs someone to be there with her. She doesn't feel that confident to start the conversation or to sustain a connection or a conversation with someone that she barely knows. She's very secretive. She's not secretive. She's very reserved. She's very like, she takes care a lot of her inner world. So I see her just remaining, you know, very, very quiet maybe, or not sharing that much, even though she really wants to. She wants to change her life in 2025. She definitely is like looking at the horizon and seeing what she can change. She feels this urge to change how she has been approaching relationships and romance in the past. So she's like, yeah, I have to do something, but definitely other people will have to do. We have to help her. This is why we have the card of Let Your Friends Help You, because yeah, it says ask and accept the support of others. This is very important, not only to ask others to help you, but also be willing to accept it. It's really important that you are open enough to be willing to accept people people advices, or people being like, okay, I will take you here and we will do this. So let me guide you, or let me be there for you. So yeah, it's going to be a good year. It's going to be a good year for Mina in love, in romance. I don't see someone, honestly. I don't see, if I see someone, I would say it, guys. But if I don't see someone, it's because it's more about the person dealing with the situationship, or maybe dealing with what's going on around her, or how she feels inside, or how the person feels inside when thinking about romance, you know, what they're going to do. I think that in this case, there's something about her just being very honest with herself this year and being like, I need help. I need others to help me, because, or maybe she had always had help of others, you know, or assistance from others. It's just that maybe she didn't take the opportunity. She was just like, no, thank you. I will not go. Oh, I'm not in the mood. No, thank you. I will do it some other time. Now I'm not feeling my best. Because also the Six of Cups, since we mentioned this about the past and nostalgic, feeling nostalgia, there's something about her also knowing that she has to change the way she used to be in the past. There's something about people just being very nice with her, but nevertheless, she closes up. She closes up. Um, I think that it's more about communication. She feels so much, or maybe she even feels very well, in the presence of others or of a certain person that maybe she finds attractive, but she doesn't say anything. So this is why I think that this is probably a person that she will let you know if she likes you if she's seated next to you quietly. Because it's not so much about like, oh, starting a conversation. I think that she's quiet by nature, at least initially from what it seems. So she will have to attract someone that can deal with that, with the awkward silences, or just like, understand that it's not lack of interest from her part, actually that she is interested because she's interested, because if she shows up to a date, it's because she's interested in that person. But it seems like, she cannot pass maybe from the first date, or, something happens, and she doesn't call when she has to call, or she doesn't respond to text when she has to. So it seems like she sabotages herself. But yeah, it could be all of us, especially when there's someone that you really like. You get all awkward. You need someone to help you out. Hey, Fluffy, Happy New Year. Yeah, but let's go, Mina. Mina is feeling powerful. She's like, okay, I am looking at the future, at the possibilities, and I want to advance. I want to advance. I don't know how, but please help me out. But I want a different outcome this year in my love life. So I love it. I love it. I love it for Mina. I think that a huge storm is about. I remember, guys, I told you that it was supposed to rain, but I'm not sure if I close my windows. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you guys can hear me well, because there's a lot of noise of rain. It's raining right now. Okay, thank you. Okay, I want to continue with Red Velvet Joy, her love life in 2025. Hmm. Wow. Is she getting married, Joy? For Joy, we start with the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. And we have the card from the Oracle that it says, love yourself first. It says, your self-respect makes you more attractive romantically. Love yourself first. All these pentacles, all these pentacles. I mean, her love life is going to be a success, I would say. It's going to be a success. Is she still dating Crash? Or is it someone else? Because I don't see the person here. But, I think that it could be the start of something else that actually is very stable. It's like a proper relationship. This is why I'm like, it could be Crash. It could be with him. The Ace of Pentacles, then the Two of Pentacles is like, they are adapting to each other. They are trying to, create together something that is stable, that has great foundations. But we have the Ten of Pentacles. So, there's like a whole community, like her family approves of them. This person's family also is involved. There's a lot of um, agreement. There's a lot of money also. Like what? But also it's like you guys have to follow our legacy. So it feels very, even a bit materialistic, I would say. But, it seems like it's going to be successful. If this is like a commitment, it's going to be successful in 2025. Starting with the Ace of Pentacles, I think that maybe her love life, romance, is going to be in a very good place. It's going to be successful. It's going to be abundant. It's going to be like, it's like when you bet on your relationship, and maybe you give it a try, you give it a second chance, and you're like, I'm betting all, I'm betting everything on us, so we better work. And I can see it work very well. I can see it work very well. I don't see romance, like, with all these pentacles. I think that it's more about building a strong foundation, or maybe giving the relationship a proper and abundant structure to the relationship that maybe in the past it didn't have. But it's meant to last. It's meant to last. Mm, mm. Yeah, all these pentacles. Yeah, for me, it has to be with him. But there's a lot of commitment here. There's like, seeing all these pentacles, it's like, I don't know if she gave him an ultimatum or what, but it's like, you better do things right in 2025, because I will not take pennies. You better give me the whole thing. It's very material. I mean, it's stable. It's stable. I think that also, seeing the pentacles, it gives me that it's all about maybe her seeing his effort, or her seeing that he is keeping his word, or maybe that he's, keeping his promises, or that um, he's been truthful to his promises. I don't know, but I think that is like, yeah. It's also interesting that she got from the oracle, she got the card of love yourself first. Because it says, your self-respect makes you more attractive romantically. So I think that, yeah, maybe, also the cards are letting me know that maybe, if they started the relationship, it wasn't giving her actually what she needed, or it wasn't that good actually. And maybe she settled for that, because love yourself first is like, also remember how much you're worth. Remember your worth. It's not just about him. It's also about you maybe, being much more assertive about what you want out of a commitment or a relationship. If you want to get married, if you do not want to get married, if you want to have children or not. It's like you guys have to lay the foundations of this connection. And this has to do with stability. It seems that she values stability a lot and commitment probably. But maybe, she had to get a bit more tough, and a bit much more like straightforward with him, because I think that this is like, okay, you either give me what I want or, I'm out. But I can sort of see that she gets what she wants at the end. But yeah, it's all very material, I think. But for her, it's like, if it is like marriage or a commitment or something like this, for her, it's like a wish come true. It's like, okay, you gave me what I asked you or what you promised me, so I'm happy. Um, but yeah, with Love Yourself First, I don't know what kind of deal they have, but I think that there are moments where he made her feel insecure. So I don't know. There's something that I'm not convinced about the connection. But for her, it's like she's happy with that, with what he's going to provide, probably. But I'm like, is he worth it? Does he make you happy? That's the question. That's a real question. Mm-hmm. On Crash, let's see. Crash. We have for Crash, we have the Four of Swords, we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Five of Cups. And it says, keep being optimistic about your love life. It says, positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. He's a bit lazy, I would say. I think that, the house has to be on fire for him to wake up and do something about it. Like, like you have the Four of Swords, the Knight of Wands, like this, him just being, his mind being elsewhere, and him having the fear of, I'm about to lose someone, or I'm about to lose this, so I better hurry up and do something about it. But it's all like that. It's all like that. He's a very nostalgic guy. From time to time, he gets very sad. He feels very sorry for himself. There's moments where, I don't know, maybe he has mood swings. There's moments where he wakes up and it's like, okay, I have to do something for us or for my relationship. I think that in romance, this is what he is. He is a bit like, okay, yeah, everything is okay. I don't worry. We are okay. But actually, you are being passive. You are not doing much for the connection. You are not doing something unless you get worried or unless you get an ultimatum or unless you are about to lose her. When you're about to lose her, you get up and go. But otherwise, you don't do much. And also for this card, about him keep being optimistic about your love life. There's something about him just being just very optimistic and being like, oh yeah, we're going to do well, we're going to be okay, we're going to be fine. It doesn't matter if we had like different breakups or, we're going to be fine at the end. But what did you do to make this function? But he understands that he goes through phases, and probably in 2025 there's going to be something about him being a bit MIA, or maybe having some time to reflect about love and romance. I think that he has to feel the threat of him losing her or losing her to someone to actually get started and do something. Um, so this is why I'm like, are they together still? Because I see him a bit depressed, like a bit like his energy feels very down. Then one day he gets up and he's in a hurry and he wants to fix everything. But he's such an erratic person. I don't know. I don't see him very stable. I don't see him very stable emotionally. It's like he has his good days and he's not so good days. It's complex. It's complex for him. Maybe he deals with something. Maybe he has like his own issues and we don't know about it. But it seems like, you know, that he's just hoping and being optimistic that his love life is going to be good in 2025. So let's hope it is. Okay, I'm going to continue with Jung Suin, the actress. Jun Suin, her love life in 2025. Jung Suin. Mm. Who is coming? Who is coming for this woman? I like it. I like it. Three of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. I see this man. This man is approaching her. Very lovely. And it says, from the Oracle, give your relationship a chance. Give your relationship a chance. It says, work on your association. Yeah, another one. Remember that when we talked about Mina, she also got the Three of Wands first. So this means like, okay, like I'm been adventuring myself out there. I'm putting myself out there. I had tried it in the past. Slowly, I'm getting out of the cave. I'm being brave, and I'm launching myself to the unknown of the dating world. also the two of pentacles, the knight of cups. I definitely can see, I think that it's so fitting for this card, give your relationship a chance, because I think that this is a person that is very close to her, that she actually is very decisive about this person. She probably is going to give this person a chance, because he's going to win her over, basically. I think that she wasn't that sure. I think that this is not someone new. This is someone that she knows, or that she had, um, that she had experiences with this person. I say he because I feel it's he. He's super sweet. He's so sweet, like her type, And also I think that is someone that is available emotionally. This person is available, is open to give her what she needs. But maybe they know each other from the past. They know each other from before, and maybe there was some inconvenience, or there was something that in the past she rejected him, or things weren't very clear. I think that now she's like, okay, I guess I will give you a chance. I will give you a chance because you keep showing up. Like, you keep showing up. You keep, hitting on me. You keep being romantic. You keep being flirtatious. You are a gentleman. So I guess I will give you a chance, which is lovely. But I see that she in the past, she was like, no, that guy's not my type, or no, there's something about him that I'm not sure if we are compatible, or maybe, I don't know, maybe this person was taken. I don't think so. Because I think that the person is like, it had always been her. He always had his eyes on her. So yeah, I don't see that this is someone that was taken or something like this. But probably also, her changing um her view of relationships, becoming a bit much more active also in 2025, sort of reviewing the people, because I believe that she has a lot of people, that want to date her or want to take her out, on a date, or they want to get to know her. So for her, it's like, I have to review my options. Because maybe she wants to have fun. There's something about her just wanting to go out and experience more. And I think that the Three of Wands is so fitting for you putting yourself out there, because otherwise you're not going to meet someone if you don't put yourself out there. Um, she still will go with certain fears, like, is this person good for me? Am I making the right choice? Like, am I making the right decision here? I don't know. But he's just so sweet that he's good. And also, give your relationship a chance. So what's more to clarify than this? It's like the cards are like, go for it, go for it, be happy, be happy. You deserve it. You deserve it. Yeah, it's so nice for her. I like it. I like it because it's obvious that there's someone approaching her. There's someone coming into her life. And it's so clear. So I like it. Is it on? Thank God I have this one. Can you hear me now? It's good? Okay. Thank God I have two now. I have two. So I have this one that is supposed to last longer. The other day that I was like for almost 3 hours, it lasted a lot. I don't know what happened. But yeah, I have to keep the other one around. This is for Rosé. Okay, for Rosé, we have the Three of Swords, Page of Swords, Queen of Swords, all these swords. I was like, And we have the card of honeymoon. Honeymoon, and it says, enjoy time together vacationing or on vacation. I mean, for Rosé, romance is a bit tricky. Honestly, all these swords here, I feel such a coldness in trying to be rational about it. First of all, I think that people maybe are going to keep mentioning in the first part of 2025, are going to keep mentioning, her past heartache or her past, I don't know, deceptions in love. Um, I think that honestly, I think that I know she said that, or she revealed that a song was about an ex, or maybe yeah, she has a song that is about an ex. I think that that's not a good move to do, because it seems like energetically it sort of imprints a weird dynamic on her, or her own aura, that first of all, I think that whatever happened, it happened when she was younger and inexperienced. So I think that people are going to hold on very tight to this of her ex and who hurt her, who did something to her, if she's still hurt, who is this person, is this her ex-boyfriend from the past, So I think that also it gives her a not so happy vibe for relationships in the future. It sort of affects her reputation, I would say. You know,
maybe people are going to get fixated on like, oh, this is, because she talked about her ex, she has a song that talks about how her ex, does she usually talks about heartbreaks in her songs? Because I think that this sort of is following her around, this sort of like oh, I'm a sad girl, I always get my heart broken. So even though I don't see her like that, I don't see that, she's so helpless, honestly. But there's something about maybe her using this experience, and especially knowing maybe how the audience is going to take it. Maybe the audience is very overprotective of her. So it's like, oh no, poor girl, you got your heart broken. And it feels like everyone knows and it's everyone's business and everyone keeps talking about it, keeps bringing it out. So I think that even for her career, it's not going to be that like, I don't know. I don't know. But I sort of see her also maybe at some point getting annoyed at people asking about her ex, that probably she's going to say something or she's going to fight certain people because of this. So yeah, it's going to taint her possibility to go out and date. Um, initially, initially, initially. It sort of gives me like a Taylor Swift vibes. You know that usually, when Taylor Swift started, she used to write about her exes, and there's this I don't know how to say it because it's not my opinion. It's what I'm getting from the cards. It's like this is the girl with the broken heart. Like this is how people remember her, and it's not that attractive, honestly. Like it's sort of putting you in a place of, oh, there she goes again, whining about how she got her heart broken. Get over it. So um, and also people being like, oh, you talk about your past experiences very much, right? And people fearing that she will take that as material. Um, but yeah, I honestly I see her eventually turning her back to all, because probably there's going to be talk about it. There's going to be drama about this. Maybe people finding the ex-boyfriend. If this is like the ex-boyfriend and her, it could be a very young and immature person, not the kind of person that you're thinking about. And I can actually see her turning her back to him, being like, oh, I should have never mentioned this because actually you embarrass me. You are very mature. She probably also is going to attract very younger men than her, very mature. I mean, it doesn't have to do with age, but she could attract someone that is a bit immature. I see a lot of fighting, a lot of different opinions, and her being like the more mature, intelligent one, and being like, oh, I'm, I'm over this. Like, I don't want to keep arguing with you, so we're done. Mm. She probably attracts very mature people. Maybe people that want to be or sound edgy or original, but are actually out of touch of reality. They are not grounded at all. They live off the air. And she's like, I'm too important for this. Like I cannot continue this with you. I kinda, I made my mind and I think that you're wasting my time, or you're not making me look good. You're not making my life better. Someone very childish, problematic even, could say something problematic. But yeah, honeymoon, it says enjoy the happiness of spending time together on vacation. Yeah, I mean, she could be seen, this sort of like trips with someone, like in a sort of honeymoon phase. I can see it. I can see it, her going around with maybe different people, very attractive people, very young, but I don't see it less. I think that at the end, she's going to choose herself and just, carry on with her life, with her objectives, because she's so much mature than them. So, yeah. Yeah, but there's a younger guy or a more childish guy that is following her. That is like a kind of friend slash, not boyfriend, but just, something. Okay, I'm going to continue with Mark Lee for 2025. Guys, keep your fingers crossed, please, for Mark. That in this Hermit year he doesn't get the Hermit. Please, let's get Mark out of the cave. Okay. Let's go, Mark Lee. Let's go. In 2025, his love life, his romance for Mark Lee in 2025. We are praying for you, Mark. It could be the year. It could be the year. I don't know if the fans would want to know this, but it could be the year of Mark Lee in relationships. It could be the year. Okay. We start with the lovers. We have the Ten of Pentacles. And we have the Three of Wands. I mean, is that serious? That serious, is it? And we have the card of commitment. Commitment. It says, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Okay, Marley. Wow. Wow. Our boy is maturing. Our boy is maturing. I kind of see a commitment here. I mean, I don't see the Hermit, not the Hermit, the Hierophant. So I would need the Hierophant to be a commitment. But seeing the Ten of Pentacles, I'm like, is he introducing this person to his family? Could this also be the company? The Ten of Pentacles? I think that someone could be leaked also. Because with the Three of Wands, I can sort of see him trying to defend himself or trying to speak up about like, okay, yes. Because he wants to build something with this person. He wants an stability. Starting with the lovers, I think that definitely he has to make a decision. 2025 is going to be a year where he will have to make a decision about this person, about this commitment. But it seems like everything is going towards commitment. Like in here, I don't think that it has to be like this for him. It's all about commitment. Like, in here, I don't see. It's just that the lovers is here to show you the process of deciding. Okay, initially he's going to be, reviewing, what to do. Like, okay, how do we do this? How do I feel about you? Like, sort of like juggling, how do we do this? But he's serious about it. He's serious about it. He wants to keep advancing with this commitment. And also, he got the card of commitment, guys. More literal than this, it doesn't exist. He found his person. He found his person. And there's something just very serious and ceremonial about this. You know, I can sort of see him, you know, with the Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Wands, him thinking about their future and him thinking like, okay, I have to save money or I have to focus more on my career because, you know, I want us to have the best, you know, I want to be stable financially, you know. But again, you know, like I mentioned in other readings, I also see, you know, with the free, we're getting the Three of Wands a lot in this. If you have been watching the other readings for other people, we have been watching that, observing that other people also have gotten the Three of Wands. So this is, you know, about advancing. Okay, we have made some progress. Let's keep, you know, pushing this. You know, let's keep advancing to another territory. I can see Mark, you know, being committed maybe to someone, or thinking about, you know, maybe he wants to start seeing someone. But I also see him being very hardworking and very logical about it. I don't see love. You know, I don't see, you know, him being in love with someone, or there's, you know, it's something with someone that you're like, oh yeah, it's so cute. I think that he's like, he wants to be a provider. You know, there's something about him wanting to be like a provider. I want to give you a stability. I want us to have a commitment. And I see him very like focusing so much on his work, on what he does, to be the best of the best of the best, because it's like, okay, I have a commitment. So since I don't see the person, it could be with the lovers that in this year, in 2025, he meets someone that is sort of inspiring him to think about the future with someone. So I see him more getting ready to give more of himself, if this is possible, because, you know, he's everywhere. But I see him like, I have to work harder, or I have to do more, because I want to have a commitment. I want to have a commitment with someone. So, you know, probably is, you know, he starts the year feeling something for someone, he doesn't know, but then as the months passes by, he's like starting to feel like, okay, I have to show up differently. I have to offer something of value. I have to work on this connection, or I have to work on myself to be better. I see him just very, very committed. Yes. Yes. But yeah, go Mark Lee. Go Mark Lee. Go Mark Lee. We are so happy for you. I feel like I'm his aunt. I feel like I'm his aunt. Yes. Who's mentioning Nicola Klan? Because I have her next. This is why I want to say that. She's next. This is why I'm asking. I don't understand neither. No, now it's her turn. But yeah, it's going to be brief because you know that we are in Capricorn season, and probably next Saturday I'm going to create the post to read for Capricorn idols and artists. So I'm sure people are going to ask about her. So yeah, you know. They want me to read for the both of them, for the man, for Luke and her, and I already did the reading, guys. I don't know. I think that in this case, I want to clarify something for people that don't know. When it comes to these co-stars or certain duos, I don't read for them every 2 weeks. We have to let time pass between readings. I already have the reading for them. I said what I said when I read for them. And that's what's available. I'm going to wait a bit, and then I'm going to pull cards for them again. But I don't read for the same duo nor person over and over and over. In these cases, when it's in a specific dynamic, yeah, I collect their names because, the dynamics are different. So the question or the theme is different. But when it comes to the future, them together, the dynamic, I already did it. I'm not someone that I'm always pulling cards for the same because it's draining. It's draining and nothing changes. Nothing changes. Is what I said when I read the last time. Because energies work like this, guys. You're not supposed to get a tarot reading like that continuously for the same topic or thing. You have to change. Wait also for the energy to swift. Okay, for Nicola Klan. Okay, for Nicola. We start with the World. We have the King of Wands. And we have the Moon card. And from the Oracle, it says, keep your mind open. And it says, your soulmate can be different from your type and what you normally expect. Keep your mind open. Definitely, there's this strong King of Wands here in the middle. I don't remember what card represents Luke, or if I read for Luke and if he ever got the King of Wands. But if this is him, or it could be someone else, but it's a very persistent energy that has pendant issues with her, like pendant conversations or closure, something. But it's sort of caught up with her. I think that honestly, this person, I don't feel it like. I wish I could tell you that I feel like, oh, well, he's insisting because he cares. With the Moon card, he brings more confusion than answers or than something good. He doesn't know what he wants, but he's still pursuing her, because we have the World card as the first card. So there's something about him not completing his cycle with her. So maybe in 2025, they're going to resume this, they're going to be seen together again, they're going to do something together, and he is not letting go of her. Feels very protective over her. like a father figure. It feels very bossy, very authoritarian. But it's funny that he's so authoritarian because, you know, he brings the moon with him. So definitely he's not a very clear person. He's not, it's like he is, I don't know, if he flirts with her or if he does something to her, you know, to impress her. But it's like, okay, why are you doing this to her? Like, what do you want? Do you want a relationship? What do you want out of her? Because he has the moon, so he's why he does this to her, or to go back to her, or to not finish this cycle. I don't know why he does it, because obviously he doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't know what he wants. He's in the darkness, I would say. He's confused. Maybe he's confused about something, and he's going to bring confusion into her life in 2025. But maybe it's something karmatic. Maybe it's something that they have to see each other again. So, you know, it's all about cycles. It's like they have to see each other again. They have to meet. Or she has to sort of have this experience with someone like him, because he feels very strong in the reading. This is not an immature, inexperienced person. This is someone that has been around in life for a lot of years. And there's something just very authoritarian about him, like, I deserve to be part of your life, something like this. But yeah, keep your mind open. That it says your soulmate may be different from your type and what you normally expect. So, you know, maybe there could be someone else that appears also, that I think that she could go back and forth between two people, two guys. Because also, if the moon is not, it doesn't come with him, maybe it shows how she feels about him. You know, with the moon card, it's like, I don't trust you. Or you make me feel like, But he's so competitive. You know, the King of Wands also is someone that, I'm not going to say he's aggressive, but he's someone that has like this strong ego. Like, you know, like the typical guy that is like, I know you want me, or I know you have feelings for me. So this is why, you know, I show up unannounced, you know, or I enter your life and I promise you a lot of things, or I don't know. I think that he's very controlling of her. I don't know if he wants to tell her what to do, who to be with, like a father, you know. But I don't see like good vibes. I think that it's very awkward. But also maybe she's confused about him and someone else, because there seems to be someone else that is going to appear, that is going to be very different from him. It's going to be two people, like him, another guy that is very different from him. I mean, the king of wands could be Luke. Could be Luke, because I don't know why. I don't remember in some of the old readings if he came up as the king of wands already. So this is why I'm like, it could be him. It could be him. But with the moon card, you know, he's not that. I don't understand what he wants, you know, and I think that she doesn't either. I don't know. It's because I feel like it makes her feel uncomfortable. You know, it's like, this is not fun anymore. But yeah, maybe she has to meet someone else, or Okay, I'm going to continue with Enhypen Sunghun for 2025. Well, well, I, we lost. I mean, we released energetically, Mark Lee from, being in these cards that he always gets about being celibate and all those things. And then I got for Enhypen Sunghun, I got the card of religious factors. So I can sort of see him just being like, okay, taking up again, the energy that Mark left off. Because boy, this man is so reserved, so inside himself, like a mystery. I'm sure there's people that really want to know who he's into, who he likes, if he's dating. He's like, you are not going to get it from me. I am an enigma. I am a secret. Like he's so, and I think that also he doesn't tell others. Like he's not the type of person that's like, oh, I like this word. No, he's so secretive. He's like, you're not going to hear it from me. If you hear it, you're hearing it from someone else, from an unknown source. Because from me, you're not going to hear it. He has High Priestess, the Lovers, and the Two of Pentacles. And then from the Oracle, it says religious factors. It says, your love life is being influenced by your religious education and the spiritual path. So, honestly, for Songhan, I think that it's very simple. With the Lovers and the Two of Pentacles, it has to do that he hasn't found the person that he really likes. And in 2025, it's going to be the same. He's like, yeah, I thought I kind of like this person, but then I learned that, no, I actually don't like them. He's indecisive. He hasn't found the person, the person that actually makes him feel in a very long-lasting, connection or attraction. He hasn't found that. Maybe he had flirted with certain people, but it always ends up in nothing. And I think that he here with the High Priestess as the first card, I think that he, just like when Mina got this card initially, he's also someone that he's not that talkative. He's not that expressive when he is around the person that he likes. So this also creates this sort of duality of between like the other person not knowing what he wants or what he expects of them, or if he really likes them, the person also doubting and him doubting also. Him being like, is this person really my type? Do I really like this person? Or am I just bored? I think that he's a person that is going to be very, very difficult to catch, or to get him to commit, or to get him into a connection or a relationship, because he changes. He's like, yeah, maybe today I used to like this person, but then, I woke up one day and I decided that I don't like them anymore. And I think that he will not even like say something to the person of being like, yeah, I'm no longer interested. No, he would just ghost. He would just disappear. Because the High Priestess is like, I live in my own world. Dating who? I am in my own world. I'm not paying attention. I'm not paying attention. It's not like you think. And also religious factors. I don't know, maybe some of you, if you're fans, maybe if you guys do know if he's religious, if he has a religion. I believe someone told me that he doesn't. But if he does, definitely is affecting also his view of relationships. Or maybe he's becoming religious all of a sudden. There's something about his education that he's not a person that is like affected, or that he gets carried away by his sensual needs, I would say. Yes, he can play on a stage and just being sexy and everything that you want, but inside, the man, his emotional needs, or maybe his sexual needs, I don't know, they can change from time to time. And he's very indecisive also. This is why I think that probably he doesn't initiate anything, because he fears that then if he has to end something, he doesn't know how to explain himself. Like, why I stopped liking you. So since he doesn't like, or he doesn't want to have the responsibility of letting the other person know that, okay, I'm not interested, I better do not initiate anything. This is why I have the high priestess. He's like, let me alone, let me be. It's not like you think, guys. It's not like you think. He's like, yeah, with the Two of Pentacles, he's like, yeah, I have eyes. I'm a man. I can watch, of course, like he can watch beautiful people and be like, oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that she's amazing, or he's amazing, or whatever. But he's like, I'm watching. There's no attachment here. There's no. He's secluded in his own world. His mentality is not the same as you guys think. But yeah, now I'm curious. If someone knows if he's religious, please can you confirm this? It seems like religion is often more important for Koreans who were born abroad. Yeah, but good luck with him, because him represented by that very enigmatic high priestess. And also, I think that he loves to be mysterious. I think that he knows that people are interested in his love life and who he likes. That he probably does give them certain interactions. So he's like, yeah, I'm sure you guys are going to go crazy about this. But he's a mystery. He will never admit it. Because he's like, I'm not sure. I don't know if I like that person. I just said hi. He loves to torture people. He's like, yeah, you can guess all you want, but you will never know because it's my secret. And it is so funny because he's like, actually, I don't have a secret, but I just love it that you guys think that I'm hiding something. He's so funny. He's so funny. Okay, I'm going to continue with the actor Byun Woo-seok, the lovely runner actor. Let's see, romance in 2025 for him. Let's see. Let's go. It must be the cider. I had a small taste because I hate cider. I actually bought it. Sorry, I can toast with you guys, but I hate cider actually. And it doesn't have alcohol. It's I believe it's for kids. Because actually I don't like cider. it gives me hiccups. I don't like that, and I don't like the taste. It's too sweet. You do love cider? For me, it's like it also makes something to my teeth. Like it makes me sensitive to my teeth. I don't know. Placebo effect. Can you imagine? No, I think that I'm better because since it started raining, I finally am able to breathe because today it was really hot here, guys. I was like, I don't know if I was like, oh, do I do the live stream or not? Because I was suffocating, I swear. Yeah, some fresh air. Okay. For the actor, Byun Woo-seok. Hmm. Okay. We start with the 4 wands. We have the 6 of Pentacles, the Strength card. And here it says, from the Oracle, it says, this must be the one. This must be the one. It says, you already met this romantic partner that you found. So this is probably that he's the one for him is someone that he already met. It's not someone new. At least this is what the Oracle says, not me. The Oracle says this. Like that person might be the one, someone that he already met. And I think that honestly, like these cards are very positive. You know, the 4 of Wands is him celebrating a lot. The 6 of Pentacles, you know, probably feeling like he, finally, you know, maybe in his relationship or in love, there's balance or there's like a good give and take, you know, giving and receiving, feeling like the connection is fair. But also with the Strength card, I think that probably he's holding on very tight to not be that obvious that he likes this person. You know, I see him holding back a bit, you know, like, you know, probably because he doesn't want people to know, or because he's going to be very happy. Actually, you're going to see him smile a lot and just also being very exposed. With the 4 of Wands, I see him maybe working a lot or just, you know, doing a lot of promotions, being everywhere. So I think that maybe people are going to get very suspicious of him and someone that he already knows. And him trying to be fair and maybe, you know, distract people talking about his projects or talking about his movie or talking about different things, you know. But you know, I think that he will have to contain his excitement to actually maybe share that he has met the person or that he is in a very good place emotionally with this person. But honestly, I think that it's going to go very well. It's going to go very well. That person can be the one. It can be a long-lasting connection, relationship. And probably the connection is celebrated by others, you know, instead of just getting people just being weird about it or just, you know, maybe people also will celebrate that they are together. But yeah, 2025 is going to be a great year. I think that he's also going to get a balance of him maybe being successful or doing very well in his career. That maybe this is what he worries the most, you know, to be able to keep being productive in his projects. But also it seems like love relationships, you know, the 4 of Wands is also a wedding. I mean, I cannot go that far to say there could be a wedding. I think I don't know, but I think that he is going to be very excited about this, like he's in love, you know, and maybe having to hold back and not talk about it or not show obvious signals that maybe that person is around or maybe you know that person. But I think that he wouldn't mind if people would be suspicious. He's like, yeah, please. He could get a bit obvious on purpose because I think that it has to do with his happiness, with him being a bit happy about it, or maybe, thinking like everything is doing well for him. So him showing an excitement and maybe saying something or spoiling something. But yeah, he's going to. Also, I think that probably he refrains from showing something or signals or something because maybe the other person also sort of pushes him away or puts certain limits. It's like, don't be too affectionate or don't be too obvious or don't do that. So yeah. I like it for him because he seems like a very genuine guy. So I like it that he's celebrating that 2025 is going to be a great year for him and that he potentially has found the one. I like it. I'm kind of worried under the snow here. Sending you some color. Thank you. Okay, the last one that I'm going to do today is going to be Hwan-jin. Stray Kids Hwan-jin. Guys, don't forget to leave a like, please. Yes, you do. Okay, for Hwan-jin of Stray Kids in 2025, let's see romance for him. I like it. It seems serious. I'm like serious because I got the Justice first, so I'm like, Justice card, Knight of Cups, Two of Wands. And from the Oracle, we have the card of Joy. I love this card for him, Joy. To recover the romance, allow your spirit, your youthful spirit, to bring fun to shine. Yeah, he has to be more joyful in order to attract that person. He has to be more joyful, more playful. Now I think that I don't know why with Hwan-jin, I think that he wants to impress someone. I see the Knight of Cups in the middle, and I think that this is him, not someone coming towards him. I think that this is his energy. In 2025, he's sort of going to be observing someone very closely, starting with the Justice, Knight of Cups, Two of Wands, and Joy. I think that with the Justice, this is why I was like, oh, it seems so serious, starting with the Justice. But I think that Hwan-jin has to be much more just, righteous, honorable even, when it comes to how he's going to approach this person. Probably, this whole process of him getting closer to that person, maybe getting to know them better, maybe observing them from afar. I think that he can have a contact or someone that knows this person, so he has to sort of show up and show his terms to this person. But also the cards are like, it's the beginning stages. This is not like you are going to get into a relationship right away. But with the Two of Wands, there could be exploration, there could be him actually finally in 2025 having someone that he's like, okay, I laid my eyes on this person, or maybe I liked this person for a while, but we never had the opportunity to meet, or I don't know if that person likes me back. I don't know if that person is available. But with the Justice, I think that the cards are like, be a gentleman, like take it seriously. This is why when I have the Justice, it's like, take it seriously, do your part. If you like that person, like show up, introduce yourself, be honorable, be respectful, be serious, like you really mean business. But at the same time, relax and show your charms. Show them. And don't forget to be joyful. Because maybe, this is what I think that he needs to experience romance in 2025 with joy in his heart, not feeling anxious, not feeling like he has to change or be a certain way to impress someone. I don't know why I think that maybe in the past he tried to impress someone and it didn't go very well, because I don't know if he tried to act like, I'm so cool, yeah, I know, I'm so wanted. I don't know. He sort of had an attitude, and I think that he sort of like pushed that person away with that attitude. So this is why the cards are like, if you want a lover, you have to act like a lover. Like the Pisces he is, bring all your emotions, like, don't try to act like the tough guy, like the cool guy, because that's not him. That's a character. That's the character. That's a concept that you play on an MB. But to attract that person that maybe you're interested in, you have to come up with a new strategy. And the strategy is to be open emotionally. To be open, to be sweet, to be sensitive, to be considerating, to be understanding, to bring joy. But also, going back to the Justice, I think that maybe it means that there's like an advance in Hwan-jin's life, that it has to do with balance, but also with equality. I think that, I don't know, maybe in the past, he met people or he saw people that were interested in him and he wasn't that interested in him. Or the way around, he was interested and the other person wasn't interested. So there was this balance of like, yeah, we never reach an agreement. We are never on the same page. It seems like you like me too much when I don't like you, or I like you too much when actually you don't even know who I am. So there's this feeling of probably he's starting in 2025 to choose wisely and actually like lay his eyes on someone that actually he can have a future with this person, or he can advance at least with this person, and openly show himself by being who he is, because actually he's a very sweet guy. He's a romantic. He's a very sweet guy, very sweet. It's just that also probably he never found someone that can inspire him to be this sweet. He definitely is being inspired to want to see a future with someone, to start planning. How do I do to get close to this person? And I think that this is the best that Hwan-jin can do, because it also shows that he's going to be much more proactive, instead of waiting for someone to help him out or to give him advice. He's like, no, I got this one, I'm going to do it on my own. I don't need a middle person. But yeah, he has to show up with joy, with fun times, with a fun, I don't know, just fun ideas, him being, happy, joyful, don't come with an attitude of, oh, I'm mysterious, oh, I'm so attractive. Like, no, just be your goofy romantic self. You're going to, make them melt for you if you show how sweet you are. So also Hwan-jin has matured. But yeah, maybe also he stresses, when he likes someone, maybe he stresses himself. He's like, okay, how do I do to get this person's attention? And maybe, sometimes we do act like our different selves because we want to impress someone, especially when we are the young, like he is. We are all fools in love, guys. This is the reality. We don't ever look cool when we're trying to impress someone that we like. Yes. Okay, guys. I'm going to go. I'm very tired, but I'm happy. Thank you so much for joining, guys. The first live stream of 2025. I'm so happy, so honored to be still doing this with you guys. Thank you so much for being here, for supporting me, I love all you guys' energy, and I wish you the best for 2025. Let's go. This is another one. Let's go. Let's do our best and let's get the best results for ourselves. Yeah, and also don't forget to leave a like, guys. I appreciate it. So yeah, on Saturday, today we're Wednesday, right? I'm lost with the dates. Okay, on Saturday, I'm going to start the Capricorn season readings. So I'm going to create the community post. So in there, you can leave the names of your favorite Capricorn idol or artist. So yeah, wait for me that I post there and then leave the recommendation. Okay, so I will try to read for a couple of people on 2025 for them, for the Capricorn people. Yes. Bye, guys. Have a lovely week. This week is going to be so weird because today is the first, but tomorrow it all goes back to normal. So have no idea what's going on. But yeah, let's do this, guys. We are already here. We are already in 2025. Thank you, guys. Have a lovely week.